in Tajammuع. I worked there for 2 years. I was responsible for doing assessments, all types of batteries, which are basically the skills that I have learned and acquired from the clinical diploma. And I was doing group therapy, and I was working with the addiction team. It was very, very, very intense. After that, I pursued my master's. No, I was teaching at MIU University, I forgot. I taught at MIU University, but I taught sociology. And then I pursued my master's when AUC started the master's program. I was the first generation who entered that. Like, they tried it on us. So I pursued my master's degree here at AUC in counseling psychology, and I started working at the same time at the AUC Counseling Center. I did my internship and training and I finished my degree, and then I traveled to Paris. I lived in Paris for 2 years, where I worked over there in an organization that's called Le Rendez-vous des Parents. No matter, name. We were there responsible to help families with problems. So we used to do couples counseling, child counseling, family therapy. It was really amazing. If you ever have a chance to travel abroad to work, this is excellent. I volunteered in schools over there. I did everything that I could to learn from being around the French people. And when I came back, I started, I wanted to make money. Okay, I have my master's. Where is my money? So the only field that was really, you can make a lot of money from when it comes to psychology, it's either you get so lucky and you find a way into the UN or the WHO or something like that, or you go to school counseling. And this is exactly what I did. So I went to that international school, and I worked there for 2 years as a school counselor and psychology teacher. It was an amazing experience. I loved the kids over there. They touched me so much, and it really left a very good impact on me as a person, and it left my pockets full for a couple of years only, okay? So, because they used to pay me well, and I'm not used to getting paid. All this history, I never got a penny. Never got a penny.
Even in Paris?
Yes, I was volunteering in Paris. Oh. So, because basically I wanted to learn, and I didn't get any money throughout the time. And I used to get paid really, really low at Ortasha Hospital either. So this is when I started to make money when I went to the school. And I left the school to come back to AUC in the counseling center and to start teaching psychology. It has been, I think, 3 years now that I'm teaching at AUC. And I opened my own counseling center where I provide counseling sessions right now. So yeah, that's about my CV, I guess. My interest includes everything. I have very good clinical experience from working with hospitals, addiction, and all of that. The experience in Paris, of course, was amazing. That helped me as a therapist to be a little bit more open-minded, accepting everyone with everything. So if you have any questions, what do you think of when, yes?
I have a question. In the first you mentioned, in the beginning you mentioned you worked with a lot of job offers.
Yes.
You're a fresh grad. What kind of jobs?
Okay, so I was a fresh grad. I went to, and my parents were all crazy about the fact that I already majored in psychology, and they went really crazy, and they insisted that I minor in mass comm, which I hated. I hated so much, with all the respect for everyone who is mass comm here. I hated it really. Or maybe because the minor courses were so bad, and I had very bad luck with my professors. So basically, this is what caused my GPA to go down. I would have graduated with 4.0 if it wasn't for the mass comm, because I used to get B pluses and A minuses, and that was for me disastrous. So I graduated with 3.88 instead of 4 because of mass comm. I still regret it. And when I applied as a fresh graduate, you have a chance to work in anything. I got lots of job offers in sales, specifically sales, because they said you studied psychology, so therefore you understand human beings, you'll be able to sell them anything. I got in sales, I got in schools, I got in marketing, I got in advertising. But I went for sales. And it was so much fun. It was really fun. It was lots of money. I don't know why not. No, seriously, it was so much fun, lots of money, lots of traveling, great working environment and everything. But c'est la vie. So you make choices, but if you majored in psychology, I don't want you to be worried that you're not going to find jobs when you are going to graduate. That's not true. you will find a job because you're a psychologist. You have just to learn how to sell yourself. Any other questions? What other concerns? What do you have in mind? Like when you, yes?
Did you see yourself competitive on an international level? Like when you went to Paris, for example, and
Yes.
you were an EUC graduate from Egypt, and you sat next to like a bachelor psychologist from a university in Paris.
Yeah.
Was there a difference? What's it like?
Actually, I felt that I had something more. Like I had something more than they do. Because being an AUC, that makes you already open-minded, and from a certain SES that allows you to be very open to everything. So I was able to understand the Arab population over there, because there were so many Arabs in Paris, like the Moroccans and the Algerians and so on. So actually it gave me an extra edge, and they were so fascinated. And whenever I used to tell them anything, just the fact that I was Egyptian who majored in psychology, for them I was like an alien. It's like, oh my God, you majored in psychology, do you know how to do therapy? Do you know how to do, have you ever done psychodrama? And I was like, yeah, what are you talking about?
How long ago was that?
Well, that was very recent. I came back from Paris 4 years ago. So that was in 2009.
Can I add something? Bardu, you have to keep in mind, in EUC they use this eclectic type of
Yes.
schools, so they teach you all the schools and then you choose which one you would like to adopt in your therapy or whatever. On the other hand, abroad, each university has their own specific, and there are universities that have psychoanalytic, some that have humanistic only, some you have to really check when, because now I'm looking at master's programs, for example. For whenever I find they say specifically psychoanalysis. That's the only thing. But what I found that's nice in EUC is that they teach you everything. They tell you all the things, and then you choose which one you want.
Yeah, which school are you going
Badal
to?
being very
Directed.
this school, and then that's it.
That's the thing about Cairo University and Ain Shams University, though. So, Ain Shams University, if you're not a Freudian, you're out of here. So if you don't believe in psychoanalysis, you don't have a place. And that was like the first thing that I heard in the lecture. And it was like, if you're not into psychoanalysis, that's not your place. And I was like, okay, I like Freud, but like there are other things that we can put into consideration. Like, no, it's just Freud. And the French people are so much into Freud as well. They're so much into psychoanalysis. But then in Cairo University, they're actually so behavioral. So if you're not into behaviorism, well, you don't have a place. And if you talk about Freud in Cairo University, then you're doing a big taboo, a big mistake. So I learned from my experience in Ain Shams University, and I had to like, okay, I believe in behaviorism. Behaviorism is the best thing, and I just to go on, to move on, to finish my degree.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Karin, I don't know if this may seem like romanticizing it a bit, but in AUC, because the classes are small, you get to learn from your professors, and you get to know the professor personally, and you get to learn from their experience in the field. Barra, in Cairo University or Ain Shams University, the lecture halls are huge. You don't get to know the professor as a person. You basically, if you have a problem, you go to your TA. But Sahina, it's more personalized. You get to learn from the experience. You get to learn to grow sort of as a person, not only as a student or as a psychologist.
You want to say something?
Yes. What do you think of the concept of a psychology abroad? How would that?
This is an excellent thing to do. Because like I feel limited in a way or another. Like when I have clients approaching me for the first time, and the first thing I tell them while they're booking an appointment with me, okay, do you know the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist? And they go like, what's the difference? And I explain, it's like, I cannot prescribe medication, but I do therapy. On the other hand, psychiatrists, they don't do therapy much, they focus more on the medication. So if you can mix both, that's you hit the jackpot.
Because I'm currently biology with pre-med, and I was thinking of transferring to
This
psychology,
is perfect.
but I wasn't sure how like the medical colleges in America would treat
If you can do that, that's amazing. I think you can help her out with
Yes,
that because you
because I
have
was the same.
researched
So I
that
researched,
lot.
and if you know me, then you know that I researched everything.
Yeah.
I'm a walking catalog, basically. What I'm telling you is because psychology is a unique degree in terms of people applying to medical school. Admissions directors, and I have a friend, her dad works in admissions in an Ivy League university, and he told me that when you find a psychology or sociology or like a different kind of major, not biology or chemistry or like all these atypical, like the very typical science major that I want to be a doctor, so I want to be biology or chemistry, or do both, or that's not good. But when they find people like neuroscience majors or psychology majors, that's an advantage in med school. And plus the MCAT, the exam at med school, they added a new part that has psychology and sociology as part of the examination. So when you have already background in these things, as opposed to a biology major who doesn't just science, hard science, you'll do better on the exam hatta. So you'll get a higher score, so you'll be more likely to be accepted.
And it would give you an edge in the field.
Exactly.
Because you would be able to do both roles in just one person. You're like a mix, a rare mix. And that's like highly advisable. So you are going to make as much as the psychiatrist would do, and at the same time you're going to be as loved as the psychologists are. So it's a very, very good mix. You had a question?
Yes, I did. Do you get